Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is Valentine's Day and today I just really want to read some romance books. So I thought I would film just a little video of reading romance books for the week. I have a few in mind. My plan is to start Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood tonight. I'm also currently reading The Simple Wild by K.A. Tucker, and I have a whole bunch of other romance books around here, so I think it'd just be a good way to like read some books by filming this video. So if you're at all interested, continue watching and I really hope you enjoy. I'm excited. So Ali Hazelwood is also the author of The Love Hypothesis, and I read that book in like one day, one sitting, and I really enjoyed it. And I've had this since it came out and I've been really meaning to get to it because I'm pretty sure there's like engineering, NASA, it's all like STEM, like women in STEM, which is great because I'm doing computer science at uni. So yeah, just a cute wee romance book, and I'm obsessed with like the pink cover. I just love it. I'm really excited. I wonder how long this would take me. It's like, how long is it? Not me looking at the last page. That's all. It's 350 pages. So that's not too bad. That'll be pretty easy. And depending how well I get into it, how easy I'll get into it, it'll maybe take me like 2-3 days to read. So I'm excited. Page 104. We're on chapter 8. At the beginning it did take me a little bit to get into. I wasn't obsessed, but then I got to a great part. Now I love it. I have this love-hate relationship with this book actually. The main character, like I can relate to all of like the women in STEM and it all just being like a boys party and everything, which I think is so funny. She says some funny, like some of the funniest things. Like the man-hating is real in this book. I don't know when I'll finish it. Maybe I'll finish it tonight or it'll probably be tomorrow. But I'm enjoying it so far. And I think the whole NASA sciencey thing, honestly, how do authors like know what to write about these things? Like the sciencey parts of this, is Ali Hazelwood like, does she do science things? Because I have no clue. But I love the like, I don't know, I just love the plot at this point. The relationship between Bea and Levi is still there in their like hate moment where it's like she thinks he despises her. I think it's really good. I'll update you when I finish the book.
That I've told and many secrets that
I just finished the book. I loved that book. 5-star. Chef's kiss. I will read anything this woman writes because it is amazing. I will talk to you more tomorrow about the book. So I finished Love on the Brain last night. You saw the little clip before. I gave it 5 stars. I really liked it. And I don't really understand. A lot of people have said that this is very similar to The Love Hypothesis. And I can see how it's similar in the whole like STEM science aspect. But other than that, I don't really see how it's similar. And I really liked this one. I read majority of it yesterday. It was like I'd read 30 pages the day before and then I just read the rest of it because I couldn't stop. There were some places where I was just obsessed and everything the STEM world. I feel like I just related to the whole women in STEM part a lot because I'm in school for computer science. Overall, such a good book. Definitely recommend. It's definitely a grumpy sunshine. He's very grumpy. She's very sunshine. It's like they think each other hates them and stuff, and it's really good. And the whole sciencey working with NASA thing, that was cool. I enjoyed that. Yeah, I'm really excited for her next book to come out. This book, I don't know, I was laughing at some points because it was so funny. B, the main character, her and her best friend had made all of these little like trademarks of women in STEM, like relating to like men and stuff, and it was so good. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. There definitely were some parts that were predictable, but I still nevertheless really liked this book and definitely recommend. Next book that I'm going to read is The Roommate by Rosie Denon. It's 315-20 pages or something, so it should be quick. Yeah, it's about Josh and Clara. I'm not too sure about this one. I know that he's like an adult film star, so that might be an interesting dynamic, but we will see.
Ready to see the truth unfold. Didn't know that time could go so slow. If only I just listened to your warnings. You told me
It has been 2 weeks since I started this video. I started it on the 14th of February and it's currently the 28th of February. In saying that, I literally haven't read much or anything since I last filmed. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I was listening to The Simple Wild on audiobook, and that's the only thing that I finished in the past 2 weeks. So I was debating on whether or not to continue this video, but I'm just gonna do it because I really like the first part of it and I don't know, I just want to. So from starting today, I will finish this video next Tuesday. And I will read as much as I can until then. I'll read as many romance books as I can until then. But so far, I've finished The Simple Wild, Love on the Brain, and I've started Wild at Heart, which is the second book in the Simple Wild like series. But I finished The Simple Wild on audiobook. Loved it. It was so random. I just saw it on my little like audiobook from the library and I just downloaded it and I listened to it at work and I absolutely loved that book. It was so much more than a romance book. It was romance in there, but there was so much more like family dynamics, everything. I love that book. I feel like this whole video so far, everything I've read is just like, I love. And it makes me want to like go to Alaska and live in Alaska. But basically Simple Wild, it's like set in Alaska and she goes to Alaska to see her dad and she meets this grumpy dude. I love it. And I'm currently reading the second one, which at the moment is sort of seeming like a epilogue, like a super continued epilogue where it's like, I don't know, them settling down their future together. I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm 40% of the way through. I'm reading it on my Kindle. Also, The Roommate, I know I said that I started reading The Roommate. I literally read like the 2 pages that I filmed reading and then I haven't picked it up since because I don't know, the 2 pages that I read didn't really intrigue me so much. And The Roommate is in third person, so I'm really gonna have to, I'm gonna read that, definitely gonna read it after I finish Wild at Heart. But I just wasn't feeling it the other week when I picked it up. We're going to continue on with this video, reading on my Kindle, reading Wild at Heart, and we'll see how many romance books I can read. I haven't spoke since I finished the second book in The Simple Wild, which I didn't even talk about. I finished that honestly probably a week ago. It was so good. All of the Alaska and her trying to like find her place in Alaska and their relationship, the evolution of their relationship was really great. And I mean, the character development, oh, it was so good. It did sort of feel like an extended epilogue novel, which I'm not mad about. I loved it, but we definitely did get a lot of like the romance and it was so good. I just love that book. Just thinking about it just makes me smile. The relationship, everything. They complement each other so well. They are such opposites. She's such a city girl and he's such like his rural Alaskan bush pilot dude who's like just goes with the flow. But it was just such a good book and I love that series. I am so happy I read that and I'm definitely going to be continuing on because I'm pretty sure there's a third book about another character, so I will definitely be continuing on. After I finished Wild at Heart, I started listening to a book called Mr. Wrong Number by Lynn Painter, which is an adult romance book about, it's like brother's best friend, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm 40% of the way through. I'm listening to it on audiobook. That's been really fun. Basically it's about this girl Olivia, who burns down her apartment complex and then has to move in with her brother and her brother's roommate. And then one day she gets like a flirty text from a wrong number. She doesn't know who this man is and she starts texting back and forwards with him, and on the back of the book it's like that the wrong number is the brother's best friend, the roommate who lives in the apartment. And it is so good, the banter between them, even though she doesn't know that they're texting, it's just so good. And the text relationship, I love it so far. I'm 40% of the way through. I'm gonna listen to a little bit more of it now, just as I do some like schoolwork kind of things, but I just... I literally just finished listening to Mr. Wrong Number by Lynn Painter. Oh god, do I have something to say. This book, not my favourite. And I feel like I don't have many books that I just don't like. Like, I'm more of a, like, indifference, or I either like it or I'm like, meh. But like the whole not like thing, oh, I feel like for me this book just went on way too long, which may have been listening to it, but I feel like it just went unnecessarily way too long. So this is just all my opinion. Everyone's welcome to their own opinion. This is just what I think. And the main character, the girl, she just annoyed the crap out of me. I liked the middle chunk, but there were sort of like 2 breakups in this, and they had the whole friends with benefits thing going on, and that never ends well. And then there were like 2 third act breakups, and I knew the second act breakup was, the second third act breakup was coming, but the miscommunication, the everything just annoyed me, got on my nerves. Probably gonna give this book like a 2-star. I did enjoy the middle of it. The whole banter was good until, I mean, the female main character just made some really dumb decisions, and oh my gosh, this makes me crazy. So I'm gonna give it 2 stars because I don't know, I just feel like 3 is a book that I'm like, but this is 2-star rating. If you have any other opinions, please let me know. I want to see what other people think of this book. But Mr. Wrong Number by Lynn Painter, not for me. If it is for you, that's great. I did like the main character. I liked the story up until probably about 3/4 of the way through, and then it was just, and they weren't together until like the very end. And anyways, that is the end of this video. A solid month after I started filming it. Just pretend that didn't happen. I don't know what I'm gonna name this video, so whatever it's named, just If you've read any of these books that I've read in this video, feel free to let me know your opinions down below. Yeah, but if you did like this video and if you have stayed to the end, thank you so much for watching. I will hopefully see you in my next video, and toodaloo!